Now I swear, after this video and maybe like a soda tier list, I'm done with rankings for a bit. I'm gonna find something different to post for a couple videos. I'll figure it out. I'm thinking maybe a take care or an after hours retrospective video, which might mean that I might actually have to script something out because I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, or at least like a rough script where with all the beats to it. But that being said, let's continue here. I'm not ranking this because I don't know where it would go, but I'm going to start from least favorite, go to favorite. I'm not going to go in order here because, I don't know, it's just kind of how I did the weekend video, so I'm going to follow that same structure. Let's start with my least favorite. Now, I like maybe 3 tracks on Scorpion. And that album is dreadfully long, and I feel like I deteriorate whenever I listen to songs from it. It's just a lot, very bloated and filler and it's just a lot of filler tracks. It's not all that, like, I get why people don't like this album, basically. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like Elevate a lot. In My Feelings is still kind of fun, to be fair. I like the Bryson Tiller version of Finesse. And that's kind of like Lieutenant. I don't know. That's kind of all I took away from the album as a whole. I remember when it dropped, and he was doing the half R&B, half rap album, and I was like pretty excited because I'm a big R&B guy. I was like, there's gonna be a whole section of the album devoted to this, but I was excited for no reason because I think he just does he does that anyway. It's just not marketed as such. You know what I mean? Now, I saw a disastrous take the other day. It was like, the R&B half of Scorpion's better than the R&B cuts of Take Care. And I was like, homie, one has cameras, good ones go, Marvin's Room, Doing It Wrong, Practice even, Crew Love, and the other has everyone's favorite Ratchet, Happy Birthday. That's all I'm saying. So, that's how I'm feeling about that one. And now, whoa, after that, probably, I wouldn't give it as low of a ranking because I do like a few songs on this album. I'm gonna say first and foremost, Night Talk kind of lame to me at this point, but I like Champagne Poetry. I like Fair Trade. I even like Travis Scott's verse on Fair Trade. It just showed me that he needed a beat switch to fit in songs, though. In Too Deep, I kind of like In Too Deep. Pipe Down's alright. I like Erase My Mind a lot. It's one of my favorite Drake R&B cuts ever. Get Along Better, though, is amazing, and I don't want to hear otherwise. It just hits different. I think Effing Fans had, like, potential, but I don't think it fulfilled potential. So, yeah, I like a handful, like a small handful of songs on CLB, but the rest of it is just, like, really boring to get through. Like, it's a hard listen, not because it's has hard topics. Like if I said Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was a hard listen, it's not the same. This is hard because I don't want to hear what Drake's talking about. Man, you 35. What we talking about here? Way too sexy? Homie, what? With Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers type, I'm not actually comparing the albums. I'm just comparing what I'm saying because I kind of used the wrong adjectives to describe, or at least could have evaluated it better, basically. But yeah, that's that. I didn't like this album a ton. Oh wait, honestly, never mind. Isn't here? Let me tell you, that That would have gone. That would have gone here, or Shadow Realm it. To be honest, put this right here. Honestly, never mind. That's where that would go. That's dance music, and it's not good dance music. It's bad dance music. Well, house music. Sorry, it's the production isn't the problem. Even though I feel like it's kind of lifeless at what it's trying to do. Drake's vocals are the problem. There's too much auto-tune. He's too repetitive. Falling Back is the worst thing I've heard this year. And that's kind of everything I took from it. I like Liability. Jimmy Cook's alright. And yeah. There you go. So those are, and I only did that because they're like actually not close to the rest of the albums here. Largely uninteresting. That's why I'd put that there. I think there's some pretty hype songs in there. It's pretty fun. It's good, but it's not great. Oh, I like it more than Views, though. I don't like Views that much. And I know a lot of people have decided that they love Views now, but nobody loved Views back in the day, and I remember. Keep the Family Close, amazing. Feel No Ways is a fun song. Redemption makes things happen. It's great. One Dance is still kind of enjoyable. And there's a couple other on there, but it's basically fine. It's fine, but it's not great, and I don't go back to it often besides the few songs I mentioned. I think are we, nah, Thank Me Later. Now, largely I don't like Thank Me Later, but it does have Over, Miss Me, and Find Your Love. Pretty good stuff. I don't go back to this album now because it just feels like an attempt at a hit, but like it doesn't fully execute it for the most part. Next, probably More Life. Should I put these in order here? I probably should. It'd probably be something like that. But the reason I put More Life there was because, for the most part, I'm not a big fan of this record. It's got Free Smoke, Passion Fruit. I even like Teenage Fever. Do Not Disturb's a good song. But overall, it's not obscenely like bad or anything. It's fine. But that's kind of just this whole tier. It's fine, but it's not the best of Drake or anything. So Far Gone is gonna be my first in A. The thing about So Far Gone is that nostalgia, though. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Successful. Say What's Real, Best I Ever Had. Just Bria's Interlude. A lot of good stuff on there. And I think that's a good placement for it. Care Package is below it. It's probably like there. There's some gems on there. Wait, no, it's probably actually like here. I think it's better than a lot what's there, but it's also largely not cohesive at all because it can't be, because it's just kind of thrown together, and that's not its fault. It's more so just the concept itself's fault. All I know is it's got the Motion and Trust issues and 5 a.m. in Toronto, and that's all you need to be a banger project. Even if you're more like a playlist than the actual playlist here. And I get why. Don't hate on me for saying that. It's literally what it is. It's a care package. I get it. But I'm just saying it can't really go higher as it is. I don't have enough to say about that to rank it. This is under So Far. I'm sorry for how kind of roughly put together this is, but Dark Lane demo tapes gave me so much hope for CLB, man. Chicago Freestyle, When to Say When, Not You Too. I even like Pain for the most part. Well, not for the most part. I actually hate Playboy Cardi on Pain, but Time Flies, Landed. Just a lot of stuff on there that's very enjoyable. Now, this whole tier is reserved for the Holy Grail. Now, I'm going to attempt to rank this now. And, I'm fine if people disagree with me on this, because even I will change my opinion on this, because sometimes Nothing Was the Same is my favorite one here. Sometimes if you're reading this is. Right now, I don't know. I think I do. Hold up. I'm gonna put this last. It's very... Okay. It feels bad, though, because it got Legend, Energy, 10 bands, Know Yourself. Great 4 tracks. No Time's good, too. But just not as good as those. 6 God, Wednesday Night Interlude, 6 Man, Company, You in the City, Jungle. It doesn't stop. It's got Jungle, my favorite. It's just... These also have, like, a lot of great songs. So that's his last for that. Nothing Was the Same. It's got Tuscan Love, Their Furthest Thing, Wu-Tang Forever, Worst Behavior, From Time, Come Through On Me. I don't really have a good reason why these didn't win, except explaining why Take Care will win. Take Care is the top of my list. And I don't really like having 3 albums, 3 projects in S, because usually I like to space it out better, but I haven't yet on this channel, I don't think. But yeah, I'm gonna gush over Take Care for a second. Shot For Me, Headlines, Crew Love, Marvin's Room, Cameras, Good Ones Go is a current favorite. Doing It Wrong, Look What You've Done, Practice, The Ride, The Motto, The Real Her. Like, it's all full of bangers. Some of his best R&B cuts, some of his most better hits, I'd say, were on this album. And it's a classic era for what I'd consider his most classic album. And there's a lot of nostalgia there. But the Weeknd influence is definitely there. I believe he did some writing on Crew Love, Practice, The Ride, and Good Ones Go. I think that's what, and he's featured vocals on some of those. I was trying to think for a second, and I think there's some, and his influence is heard on the album as is. And I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I'm pretty sure The Weeknd himself said that. But that's just, the whole era was amazing for him in retrospect. Same with Nothing Was the Same, and if you're reading this, but I just don't think it touches the highs of Take Care. So that's why that's the top of my list. Take Care of my favorite Drake album, and that's why I might do a retrospective on it. Comment if you're interested in all of that. That would be more work, which is fine, but I'd just like to know if people actually want that. But that's how I'm feeling about it. Everyone have good evening or morning, depending on when I post this. Peace.